Okay, we're back again. So we've done one round of 15s, and as you can see, when I pulled it tight, it makes the bezel beads stand straight. So you can actually put it now around your stone. It's not going to sit properly, especially if you pull the cotton, because it actually will need to sit on the edge. And it can. Like so. Okay, so then we do our second row of 15s, and all you're doing on this process, as you can see, I've done a couple. I'll go this way and keep it still, sorry. So there you go, you can see the first round here of the 15s, and I've done 3 more. So I'm just going to give that a little tug, and as I do, you will feel the tension pull in, not too hard, but just enough so that you can feel it. So now you've got to start keeping that thread tight or taut so that it will curve over the front of your stone. So back to the same pattern, pick up a bead, miss one, and go in the next. Pick up a bead, miss one, and go. You're actually going into the first row of 15s, and then again pull it taut. Continue all the way around. Now I'm sure you're saying in your head, pick up a bead, miss one, and go in the next. See how now you can see the white, which is a size 15, curling over as you pull it taut. It is so hard to keep this still. Okay, another attempt. All right, so continue. And I want to go all the way around so I can show you what the next step is. And then in the following video, I will show you how you push this onto your stone and then do your 2 rows of 15s on the back of your stone. And then all it is a matter of creating a bail if you wish to hang it from your neck or from a chain, not from your neck. Good on you. If nothing else, these videos are all raw, and I'm not a TV star, obviously. Again, see how I've done a couple of more beads and I've pulled it taut, and you really can see it's curling over, and you'll feel it when you're doing it. Not far, I'm about halfway, so just bear with me. Oops. Get out of the way. And you watch. I'll pull it taut. And then it curls over. So back to pick up a bead, miss one, and go in the next. Oops. Okay, so as you can see, I've got 2 more beads to add. I'll just give it a little tug. I hope you can see it. Whoops, see that well. All right, so last bead, and then you can see there is now 2 rows of white. And I'm going to give that a little tug to tighten it, see? And now you can really tell that the white size 15 beads have curled right over. Don't know if it'll sit in well. It's easy to tighten them too much, but trust me, this will work when it comes time to holding it in place like so, because the pink will actually, see, sit on the edge, and then when you do your first row of white, it will come in a little, but the second row of 15s will bring the back to look just like the front. And in regards to the placement of the end and the cotton, it doesn't really matter if you're working in an oval, top or bottom, neither here nor there, because you can travel with your needle and your thread anywhere on this work. But what I like to do when I come out the back, see where this is the tail thread I'm holding now that's taut around my finger. I like to come out near there so you know where to begin and where to end. Okay? You can leave your tail piece to thread and then create your bail. Your bail is the loop that goes on the necklace. Okay, so I've come out here and I'm going to go through to the back just by threading that through a couple of beads. It's not working. Just a moment. I'll go that way. And then back across. Where am I there? To my tail. And you can see, I'll let that focus, how I'm taking the cotton back out of this one here, and it will go across through to that one, but when you put your 15 in there, it will close up that little piece of white thread. And this is why generally I use the black nylon fire line thread. So there you go, you can see I'm back to where I was at the beginning. Okay, so now I place the stone back in there. It doesn't have to sit perfectly, that will come as you go around. Pick up a white 15, put your tail thread, good thing I finished that line off. Oh, see, it's twisted. Okay, so it's now out of the way. Bear with me. I nearly dropped my bead. Okay, so the thread's out of the way, and here is your thread. And as you can see, where am I up to? Okay. Damn. Where's it? I'm going to take my bead off. Bear with me, sorry. Hard to see through the phone. And I'll take that stone out so you can see what I'm doing. Where I've come out at, oh for goodness sakes, okay, is, as you can tell, this one here, and there's your gap to your next 11. So I want to go back through this pink 11, where the tail is, oh for goodness sakes. Sorry, I can't see around the phone properly. Oh, I'm going to do it close up. My apologies. But it's really slippery, and you'll discover this. Your needle can slide over these beads, and I just need to dig in. And this is why needles, I should say, get bent. Okay, so I've got into it now. All right, so now you can see these ones sitting down. I'll pull that through. So now when I go to put a white bead on, it will sit, focus. It will sit between these two 11s, that one and that one, okay? Skip a bead and go into the next. How did that tail get back in the way? Okay, so can you clearly to finally see now how that's snugged in? And I know I don't have the stone in there as yet. I've got at least half a way around before I must have that stone sitting in there, because it will become too snug and you will not be able to get the stone in. So there's 2 done. Okay, so I'm going to put this stone back in. It doesn't balance in there properly per se, but as you put the beads around, as you can see, I am forcing it over the edge. As you put the white beads through, it will pull it around and hold its position, so it's a lot easier. Be mindful of at this stage, it's quite easy to flip your stone across the room. Been done before, you won't be the first. That's why I often sit very close to the table, so if anything flicks, I catch it with my body. It is what it is. So next bead, skip 1 into the next 11. On your first row, don't worry too greatly about tugging tightly on your thread. Because you're trying to maneuver them around at the same time as putting on your first row. It's the second row that will snug it in nicely. Okay, so I'm going to pause my film and go to the next section. All I'm going to do is continue around to here in the same manner, and then I'll make the next video.